Hi, in today's video I'm going to explain how to use the moving average inside your expert advisors or custom indicators in MQL5. So this video is going to be a beginner's video for those of you who have never used the moving average inside an expert advisor before. So as you can see, I have just created a brand new expert advisor. And first off, we have to go into the global scope up here. And let's start by creating some variables. First off, we need an integer variable called MAHandle. This will store the unique handle of your indicator. Next, we need an array of type double, and let's call it MAValues. So this one will hold the moving average price values. Next, we need a structure called MQL_rates. This structure holds previous bar data, such as the open, the close, the high and the low of previous and of the current bar. We need this in order to check if the price moved above or below the moving average. So it's an array, let's call it bar. And I'm also going to create a datetime variable called last bar. So this variable basically it's used so that we only trade whenever there's a new bar on the chart. So we don't want to check for new trading conditions with each new tick, but only if a new bar appears on the screen. Next, let's go inside the onInitialization function. And here we are going to create the moving average. We say MAHandle equals IMA, that's the moving average. And now we have to pass a few parameters. First off, the symbol, which is the current symbol. Next, the period. You can select whichever you want. I'm just going to say period current. Next, the moving average period. Let's say 20, that's a standard value. Then the moving average shift. I'm going to say 0. And the mode or the type of moving average. So for example, a simple moving average or an exponential moving average. Let's say EMA for exponential moving average. And next, the applied price, meaning, for example, we want to apply the moving average on the close price or the high, low, median, open, whatever. Usually it's price close, so I'm going to pick that. Next, we have to set both arrays as a series. So let's say array set as series. First off, MAValues and the boolean true. And let's do the same. Array set as series bar true. So this function reverses the order of our arrays, meaning usually in an array the newest element is at the end of the array, but when we set an array as a series, the newest element is always index 0. And when it comes to trading and prices, index 0 is always the current bar, the one which is not yet closed, which is still in the process of developing. Okay. Next, let's say last bar equals 0. Then let's go down inside the onTick function. First, we use the copy buffer function to copy the moving average values into our array. So we have to pass the handle, which we called MAHandle. The buffer number is 0. And the starting position is also 0, meaning we start with the value for the current bar. And let's copy the values for the pass 10 bars inside our MA values array. Next, we need the copy rates function, which copies the previous bar data into our bar array. So let's say for the current symbol, the current period, starting at element 0, which is the current candle, for a count of 10 bars into our bar array. Okay. So next, let's create a variable of type long. Let's call it digits. And let's use the symbol info integer function to get the digit value for the current symbol. And now let's create a double value that will hold the current moving average price. So let's say current MA value. And now we can use the normalize double function. We want to get the value from the MA values array that hold our moving average values at index 1. As I've said, index 0 is always the current period, so index 1 is the previous bar. And now let's say digits. This way we basically round the moving average value to the number of digits for the current symbol. Okay, let's check if we have a new bar. As I've said, we only want to check for trading conditions when there's a new bar on the screen. Otherwise, we will check with each new tick. So let's say if the opening time of the current candle is greater than the value that's stored in last bars, then we want to go inside the if statement and first let's set last bar to the opening time of the current bar. And next let's check if the price moved above the moving average. To do so, we are going to use an if statement, and we are going to check if the open price of the previous bar is below the value of the moving average at the previous bar, but the closing price of the previous bar is above MA values at index 1. So if that's true, it basically means that the previous bar opened below the moving average but closed above. So this bar went above the moving average. Then let's alert price moved above moving average. Let's also print the time of the previous bar. And let's also print the current MA value that we have saved up here. Okay, and let's do the same thing again. And let's check if the price moved below the moving average. So basically we want to check if the previous bar opened above the moving average but closed below. And if it did, we want to alert price moved below, and also print the opening time of the bar and the moving average value. Okay, let's compile it. And let's check it out. Okay, so here we are inside the strategy tester. And you can see we already have our first alert. Let's speed things up. Okay, we got another one. Price moved above from here to here. And you can see we also print the time and the date. Okay, there's no space in between, but that's not a problem. And we print the value of the moving average. Let's speed it up. And you can see it works perfectly. Of course, in this example, I only added an alert, but you can add your trading conditions. For example, you could open a trade or close a trade whenever the market crosses above or below the moving average. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you learned something new. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And if you are interested in developing your own trading robots and optimize them, then feel free to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.